Hey everybody, Tariq here, WDKX Wake Up Club with DJ Sight. It is the after show. Every once in a while, we'll take topics from WDKX's Wake Up Club, and we extend it a little bit further. Today, we go a little bit serious because it's not just about President Joe Biden. It's about all men's health.
It's about all men's health. President Biden, his office just confirmed that he is dealing with or was just diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer.
Yeah, I know this is a topic we've talked about before on WDKX. We're no stranger to it. We'll have Nurse Bowick talk a bit about it when it comes to Health Beats every Tuesday on WDKX. We have Check Your Health with the University of Rochester. We've talked about it. I think we're going to be getting back into that again for season 3 before this story came out.
Yeah, we were already talking about it because I believe it's like one of the number one killers among African-American men.
Yeah, and it also involves us being honest about how many times we see our doctor, what the symptoms are, being uncomfortable or just not wanting to have any discussions on what the symptoms are, whether or not it runs in our family, all of these different things that are, I think you can avoid having some sort of topics for as long as you can. But when it comes to your health site, there's no way to avoid it. It's either you're going to do it, take yourself seriously when it comes to your health, make sure you're checking everything out, or you're not going to do it, and it could result in things getting worse before they get better.
Let me ask you this. Do you think former President Joe Biden already had this diagnosis and they just kind of kept it quiet until it got to where it's been?
I don't know. I think we'll never know unless something is mentioned about it. Yeah, I mean, unless it comes from Biden, it will always just be a rumor. But that being said, when he was going for the campaign for presidents, we saw that first debate and he just did not look well.
But we weren't thinking cancer. We were thinking more on the lines of like maybe early signs of dementia.
Yeah. Also, something along those lines where he just didn't seem like he was 100%. And which is why they made the switch to Harris. So what he knew and what the Democrats knew at that time, I don't know. But, looking back on it, it makes you wonder if everything was fine a year ago and then it just accelerated that fast, which can happen with people that get up in age. Like, let's be real. That there are moments where, and people will tell you, like, oh, my uncle, my aunt, my mom, my dad, everything was fine, 7 months ago. And then next thing you know, it was a rapid decline.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, was it early last year? And then now all of a sudden, because, if it's early, you can still treat it, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, like you just said, did it just moved and got the stage to the whatever stage it is now that fast within a year?
Well, I think it goes by age, it goes by genetics, but what his doctor knew and what he knew at any specific time, you know how it is when it comes, especially with men. I don't know about with women, but with men, sometimes we will just be like, ain't nothing wrong. I'm good. You know what I mean? I know what you're talking about. Doctor, clean bill of health. We have those dismissive terms where we know what the doctor said. We know what was said to us, but I'm not repeating that again. You know what I mean? The tough male exterior, machismo, whatever it is you want to call it. I ain't worried about that. Give me, you gotta give me some drugs, it's fine, but I'll be good.
Or how many people are dealing with the symptoms and listen to Health Beats, listen to Check Your Health, and heard some of those symptoms and are dealing with those symptoms and still quiet.
Yeah. And that's the other end of this too, is this, you got to respect the privacy, but this is a job in which the public and the country is counting on you. Your family is counting on you. You know what I mean? The people that are in your life are counting on you. And you're really struggling between your ego as to whether or not to say, hey, I might need some extra help here. Or, you know what? This ain't nothing. I'm just keep moving forward. It's really, it's within the male mindset site of how I feel about what I want to disclose when I want to disclose it and how serious I'm going to take it.
And I also think too, because I can remember being in my 20s, being in my 30s, I didn't really take health that serious.
Right? No, neither did I.
I've always been a healthy kid. I just kind of give you an example when I mean healthy. The last time I was down and missed anything with the flu was when I was, I think, either a junior or senior in high school.
Yeah.
The next time I was down after that was when I caught COVID in, I believe, the end of 2021.
Yeah.
So that goes to show you. I mean, you had colds here and there, but I've always been healthy. But I also had never was consistent with going to the doctor. Now, once I got to where I'm at now in my 40s, I go get an exam twice a year.
Yeah.
Something don't feel right. I'm knocking on my doctor's door like, hey, doc, I got an itch.
I don't know when it is that year. It is the 40s. But I do believe that there's a moment where you're just like, all right, I can't really ignore this.
And I got a son too.
And I've got a family to take care of. And I want to be around for X amount of years. Yeah. And in order to do that, I have to change a few habits.
Yes.
Now you could do that or you cannot do that, but you're gonna have to deal with the repercussions of not doing that. Because right now you're in the position of doing that.
Yeah.
When you get out of the position of doing that, then you got no choice. Yeah. And that's what scares me the most, which is why I'm trying to be as healthy as I can be.
Proactive, not reactive.
And be proactive, because there's nothing you can do after something happens. There's only what you can do now till tomorrow. You can't go back in time.
Andre always says this to me. He said this to me. He hasn't said it in a while because I learned my lesson. But years ago, he always said, like, listen, man, if there's an issue going on, you can stop the issue. Yeah. But once the train hit, it's too late.
It's too late. It's absolutely right. And Tim Bellavia from Precinct Bellavia is okay. When you're working out or you're exercising, you're training for your 80-year-old self.
Exactly.
And so you can't go back in time. The best thing to do, if you ain't been right, try to get right now and stay right.
So put them fried chicken wings down and put them in the oven.
And make the appointment and go. Like, you can't just make the appointment. Yeah. You got to go. And then after you go, you got to listen. And then after you listen, you got to implement. Yeah. Because, we need to keep y'all around.
And before we go, just a quick plug. Go on YouTube and search the Black Walnut movie.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you need an extra motivation to hear a different story, that's definitely the one to watch. You're listening to After Show 1039 WDKX. Make sure you subscribe and be a part of WDKX After Show every day, because after the show, we do the After Show.
That's it.
Every day, 5 days a week on 1039 WDKX.